Some unbelievable breaking news has just come out in the NBA YoungBoy case that you need to hear. Let's get straight into it. Now, back on September 29th of 2020, NBA YoungBoy was filming a new music video. According to authorities, police arrived to the scene in response to a call of firearms being flashed around and waved around in the air by a witness that was allegedly walking down the street. NBA YoungBoy and 15 other men were then arrested at the scene after police searched the premises and found around 14 firearms alongside some narcotics, and a few scales were also found. Luckily, NBA YoungBoy, he was granted bail until the trial starts, in which, when it was time to start, 2 months ago, NBA YoungBoy, he was told by police to turn himself into jail for some questioning. NBA YoungBoy, he knew that he would end up returning to prison for a very lengthy sentence, so instead of turning himself in, he decided to hide out from law enforcement. Now, this is what made the FBI get involved, which ended in the crazy high-speed chase with the K9 units. Everybody knows what happened. Now, as of right now, NBA YoungBoy, he's still sitting in jail awaiting his trial to start, but luckily, NBA YoungBoy now has a very high chance of being released, and here's why. Now, the famous rap lawyer, he ended up giving his opinion and some exclusive new information about the case, and he went on to say, and I quote, NBA YoungBoy's lawyer argues in court that the evidence against NBA YoungBoy was obtained illegally in violation of YoungBoy's constitutional rights when the cops searched him without probable cause. Now, in many legal cases, there has been tons of cases that were dropped due to law enforcement not using the probable cause law correctly. Now, this is great news for NBA YoungBoy, as if something like this is proven in court, NBA YoungBoy will be getting out of jail the exact same day of the court hearing. When law enforcement was called, the witness claimed that there was several people who were exchanging firearms and narcotics. The officer then arrived to the scene of where NBA YoungBoy was recording his music video, and according to the body cam footage of the officer, he ended up walking into NBA YoungBoy's property without a warrant, without a backup officer with him, or even his own firearm out. Now, there are so many things wrong with this. First off, what kind of officer goes into a scene where a witness claims to have seen firearms and narcotics being used and flashed around by several people and doesn't bring a backup officer with him? And not even just that, but what kind of officer who knows that there are firearms and things like that being flashed around inside of a property goes in there without even their own firearm out to defend themselves? Now, there's so many things that's going wrong, and well, this kind of makes the question, what did the witness actually say was going on at YoungBoy's house when that happened? After further investigation, it turns out that the call to law enforcement actually had nothing to do with firearms and narcotics, which is why at the time the lonely officer went onto YoungBoy's property without backup or even his own firearm. Now, this is groundbreaking evidence in this court case, and well, it's mainly due to the fact that the law enforcement practically just went onto YoungBoy's property and didn't even have a search warrant, and the phone call from the person who was, a bit worried about what was going on over there, it was false. Now, right here, this is good enough evidence to see YoungBoy getting released on his next court date. YoungBoy's next court date is scheduled for August 18th. NBA YoungBoy actually shared a few messages from jail on his thoughts about his own court case, and well, here's what he said. I can leave my kids millions of dollars to divide, but I can't give them the time that they truly deserve. Nobody understands me. They never did. Sometimes I don't even understand myself, but that's fine because I'm okay. I'm not looking for you to feel sorry for me. I just ask for one thing, and that's for you to let me suffer in peace and tell Miss Wendy Williams I say she has a good soul and that she's a beautiful woman. I can see through all of the bad comments thrown at her. Tell her to count her blessings and stay in good spirits. Sincerely, NBA YoungBoy. Now, this is the first message that NBA YoungBoy shared from jail. NBA YoungBoy is practically taking defeat in his court case by asking everybody to let him suffer in peace. But this was also before the new evidence came out of the law enforcement messing up very badly in this court case. Now, NBA YoungBoy actually shared another message. He goes on to say this, and I quote, "I have a hard time paying attention, I think. I've been there for people without having nobody there for me. The people I talk to now, if they wasn't receiving or waiting to receive or been given something already, they wouldn't be here. I'm a man before anything. I had to apologize to myself for not protecting my heart and allowing most of this to happen. I read letters from my supporters and I find joy inside. And yes, I said that right, my supporters. Y'all are not fans, LOL. But all jokes aside, I ain't got nothing against nobody. I don't want no problems either. Just stop speaking on me if we don't concern each other. I really just want to be there for when my daughter is born. I want to be in the same house as her while she grows up. I never had that experience with Jazz and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for every time I said something to another woman, for every time they ever got a chance to come around me. I'll give you anything for you to not leave. Anything to have you when it's all said and done. But other than that, I'm chilling. I'm coolin' with the ones who feeling like ain't nothing to live for. I'm in the dorm, it ain't too many. I'm good though, love you, and the ones who really wish the best for me too." Now, I do want to state that those two messages from NBA YoungBoy, sure they do seem very concerning. NBA YoungBoy is practically admitting defeat and accepting it within those two messages, but let me remind you, those two messages came out before this new exclusive information came out just the other day. We should be expecting a new message coming out from NBA YoungBoy within the next few days, and well, if you want to hear that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and I'll keep you up to date. Anyways guys, it's been District Trending and I'm ending the video here. I'm out. Peace.